As everybody knows, I do ring announcing. If you don't know that I do ring announcing, well, you do now. And sometimes I forget just how important I can be as a ring announcer. And even more, sometimes I forget I can have just as much impact on members of the crowd as anyone else on the show. Now, several years ago, when I started ring announcing, about 7-8 years ago, I started a thing where if there was a 50-50 or a prize draw or something of that nature, I would grab a young child from the ring, or not from the ring, but from ringside, to help me with the draw. For the simple reason that I myself, one of the biggest wrestling fans that I know, I might be a little biased on that, but I myself did not get to step into a wrestling ring until I was 27 years old, and I showed up at Battleground Academy in Ottawa. The notion that at age 7 or 8 or 9, I could have actually gotten into a wrestling ring is something that I know I would have treasured for the rest of my life. I would have just absolutely lost my mind. So when I started ring announcing and I would need to bring a helper into the ring, I made sure that I would bring a young child in there because, I wanted to give them that memory. I wanted to give them that image that that they could grow up with, and then when they get to be of adult age, they can joke about, oh yeah, I got into a wrestling ring when I was 7, 8, 9 years old, whatever. Now, I'm going to share with you two stories. Number one, I'm going to share with you a bit of a funny story. I don't have a video of this one, but it was one of the very first times I had ever worked as a ring announcer, and it was for Alpha One. And I believe they were doing a 50-50 draw. And I brought a little girl into the ring, and I asked her name on the microphone. I said, and what is your name? And then I put out the microphone. Well, as I brought the microphone down, she brought her face closer. And it was just a light bump. Like the microphone just lightly bumped her in the face. But over the microphone system, over the PA system, all you heard was, this loud bump. And everybody in the crowd booed me. And they started chanting, "Say you're sorry. Say you're sorry." So I got on the microphone and I said, "Little girl, I sincerely apologize for hitting you with the microphone." And there was a light cheer. And then there was a chant, "Not good enough. Not good enough." So I dropped to my knees and I said, "Little girl, from the bottom of my heart, I apologize for hitting you with the microphone." And I got a pretty good ovation for that. And it's a memory that a lot of people still bring up. The second story I want to tell you, I have video of. So this is from a Fringe Pro Wrestling show about 3 years ago. And I brought a little boy in. And I'm going to just let you watch the video.
Before we carry on to the final match of the evening, we have the 50-50 to draw for. May I get a helper to help me with the 50-50? You want to help me with 50-50? Go on in, bud. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome my helper from the US of A. This is Dimitri!
So that was Dimitri. That was my helper for the evening. Now, what you're watching now, or what we're going to fast forward to, is the end of the show. This is the show is finished, and Lionel Knight is limping to the back, and I'm thanking everybody for coming to the show. So after I put the microphone down, you're going to see a gentleman walk up to me, and what he's telling me is that he is Dimitri's big brother. Dimitri is part of the Big Brother, Big Sister program, and Dimitri is from New York State. And it was Dimitri's dream to go to a wrestling show, and he wanted to go to a wrestling show so bad. They found this one in Hamilton, the Fringe Pro Wrestling Show, and Dimitri just wanted to go to this show. And apparently, Dimitri, when this happened, he was underprivileged. He came from a poor family, and this was his dream. So what happened was this gentleman came up to me, and he was kind of emotional, and it kind of got me emotional that he was telling me how happy Dimitri was, and how Dimitri didn't even pay attention to the main event. He's just like, "Did you see me? I was in the ring. I was in a wrestling ring." He just thought it was the absolute over the moon thing to happen. And sometimes it's nice to realize that I can give fans, especially children, moments like that. And hopefully it's not it hasn't been the last time, but hopefully I have many more of these moments to come. So I just wanted to share that with you, and until we meet again, cheers.